Righty-ho, so this one I'm going to be using 3 colours on a white base, and I've just looked at some pictures of the Boardwalk in the movie and I found some ginny horses, so like a carousel. So I'm going to use these 3 colours. So I've got Pistachio Green by the Soapery, I've got Terracotta from Mica Mama, and Ocean Blue also by Mica Mama. I've just got a little bit of that one left. So I need to get my lie in and just remember that I'm going to take this right to the top of the bucket. I'm going to keep it on a low setting for the stick blender so it doesn't overflow. I'm also soaping really cool, so this will probably reach a false trace and then I'll have to stick blend it to make it nice and fluid. So bear with me a minute, I'll just get it to that stage. Okay, so that has thickened quite a bit, but we should be alright. So I'm just going to get my colours. So I'm going to be making 2 loaves of these. Rather than my usual big batches, because there's going to be quite a lot of different scents in this range, I don't need to make too many loaves of soap because there's going to be lots of other products as well. So we'll keep it minimal for bars of soap. Okay, I'm going to add my white in a minute because I don't want that to go crazy. The white will always, excuse me, wiping everything, it will always thicken up the batter, so keep it till the end. Get my colours mixed. So that's the Ocean Blue. And we'll get the green. I'm not stick blending them because I don't want these to thicken. That's, if you're wondering in your head why I'm not mixing with the stick blender to get the colours in, that's why. This is a lovely red. So yeah, Terracotta from Mica Mama is one of the nicest reds that I found. Okay, now for the white to go in. Just put this in a little cup. I'm also going to add my base fragrance. Put the rest into the colours. Okay, now I'm going to stick blend the white just gently. Okay, I'm going to pour that white in. So this has like a cotton candy, a coconut and a sea breeze scent. So it smells like a boardwalk in summer. It's full of vampires So 80s movies, leave your favourites below. I've been watching them as much as I can find, as many as I can find on Netflix. So I've done The Lost Boys, I've done Heathers, and I've got a few more. There's a few that are kind of 80s verging 90s as well. So it's quite, there's not that many available from the 80s, so some of them are sort of merging into the 90s. So I've got Point Break, I'm going to watch that one. That was one of our favourites back in the day. And then I started watching Cocktail the other night, but I'm not sure how much of that I can handle. I'm not really a Tom Cruise fan, so that's a shame. There's just something about him that, oh God, he bothers me. I don't know what it is. I think it's just he's a real big head, isn't he? And he always was. He's just got that one of those faces that I just want to punch him. That's not very nice, is it? But I can't help it. He's just, I'm not a fan. I'm not a massive Tom Cruise fan. Sorry. Sorry, Tom Cruise fans. Done. Thankfully it's not accelerated too quickly. He has gone quite a bit thicker, but again workable. And probably just at the right temperature as well, so it wasn't too cool. Okay, and some red. So at the moment on Netflix, I'm just in the background. Before I started filming, I'm watching this one called The Girl in the Picture. It's really not very nice, but one of those true crime documentaries. And I did actually start watching 7 Seconds again because I enjoyed it that much. I just thought that was so good. I think I mentioned that on one of my previous videos. It was just so brilliantly done and acted that some of the characters made you really hate them, and some of them you just adore them. You know, it's like you invest your time, and it's like when shows end and you're like, oh, I felt like I knew those people. So yeah, I can highly recommend 7 Seconds if you've not seen it. Really good. So it's really warm in the UK at the moment. We're at 31 degrees today. To Australians or people who live in the south of the States, then that's not going to be too hot to you people, but to us it is rather warm, and we don't have aircon, as I've mentioned in previous summer videos. We have fans, but the only place you get aircon is in the supermarkets. So those are quite nice, but it's parts of our house are actually quite cool to sit in, so it's not too bad. And at work, where I am today, we're down an alleyway, so the sun doesn't really come round and hit us too hard, so it's not too bad in here. Actually, it's not bad at all, it's nice and cool. So thankfully, and get work done rather than feeling that sticky heat. A few more bits of that white I can use. Nearly forgot it then. There's been so many people buying the recipe lately, it's been going crazy. I've done a new body cream one, so if you're waiting for the body cream, that's now available in my Etsy, and you can find all my recipes down below in the link. So there's a link to just my actual Etsy shop. I think there's singular links to each different recipe. And they're all base recipes that you can use to change to your liking with scent and colour. So the soap recipes and the hair conditioner, the body cream, it's all a base that you can make to make your own products. And the shampoo bar, there's loads up there. So just putting that out there. If you are after some decent recipes for your soap making, then they're easy to follow. I do sample recipe in there, like for a kilo of soap, which is just say like £2 in weight, something like that, and also in percentages, so you can just tap it into soap calc with the percentage so that you can make however much you want. Because soap calc allows you to use percentages or grams, whichever one you want, or pounds and ounces. You can just use Google to change to which one you want. Okay, so I'm just going to spoon this, as I do always, with a little texture on the top. So this is Boardwalk. Okay, sorry, the camera ran out of space. So I've just spooned that over the top, as I always do, and just said that one is Boardwalk. So that one's finished, as it does kind of look like a carousel colour, and it smells really good. You can smell each component in there. You kind of got that sea breeze, bit of sweet candy floss and some coconut. It smells very nice. So that's that one, and I'll be back for the next one. So I've got 7 different ones to do. I'm not sure if I'm making soap in all the different fragrances, but I'm going to try. So next one, I will be back for that one, and stay tuned, you can see the cut of this one. Okie doke, ta-ta. Okay, time to cut then Boardwalk. Show you close up. Smells creamy. Okay, I've got my single wire cutter out today because I just want to see. I might want to cut these a little bit wider than normal. It's just this cutter, it's good, but it's not as good and as strong as my tank. But we shall see. I'm just going to... Oh. I've set it at 1 inch, but it'll be a little bit wider than that. Actually, this just isn't... Yeah, it's not very strong. There's the first one. I have to be careful. I don't know what it is. It's like it's tightened up pretty tight on here, but it doesn't seem to be as strong as the last single wire cutter I bought. It's a bit better. Okay. Nice swirls actually. I just needed to cut them a bit wider so that I get that full 5 ounce, because sometimes these can come off a little bit under. I'm just going to turn it around so you can see this a bit better. Hold on. Okay. It's just sliding around a bit. Just get used to it, that's all. I'll just cut the one loaf so you can see the inside. I think the colours worked quite well for that sort of carousel look I was going for. I could have used a little bit more mica just to make it a little bit darker and a little bit more prominent on the colours, but it's not too bad. So I'm probably going to get like a bar less out of this for cutting it this way, but that's okay. They look nice. I like a slightly chunkier bar anyway, but I used to cut quite a lot wider, so this is just only slightly wider. So whilst it's like set at 2.5 centimetres, which is an inch cut on the gauge here, there's a little gap between the gauge, obviously where the wire sits, so it's a little bit wider than an inch, but not quite 1.25. But they do look nicer, I think. A bit chunkier. Just stream through these. Yeah, this handle on the top is quite stiff. I've not really used this cutter. I bought it when I bought my log splitter. I bought them both together. I think there might have been a deal on them to buy two, so I bought two, but I've not really used this because I'm, you know, pretty much using my tank all the time because they're so strong and reliable. But it's okay. As with anything, you get exactly what you pay for, don't you? I know you like to see each individual bar getting cut, so that's why I'm doing this. Last one and an end. So what did we get? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah, 16 bars as opposed to 17 that I normally get. So I'm just going to finish cutting those and I'll leave some pictures at the end so you can see the finished bars. And I will see you for the next video. Ta-ta!